Welcome everyone to part 2 of We Read Your Rights from the Poetry Kingdom. My name is Jennine Pike. I'm an admin there, and I am here to read some poems members submitted on title prompts, and I have one for the heartbreak prompt as well at the end. And so the first one I am going to read is on the Strangers to Life title prompt, and it is by Johanne. Strangers to life in limp limbo, wanderers walking askance, off balance ne'er in the football, followers nor leaders of any dance, strangers that ask of normality, and answer that they might fit in, longing to cradle camaraderie, searching for a key to get in, strangers to culture's community, harassed in the hair of humanity, nurturing nation in confused creation, populating public profanity, high tides upon the ship of comrade, leaving the rat race to drown, of friendship in the jungle, ill-matched in social bungle, strangers to life in every town. What could be stranger than normal? Boxed and neat packaged society, from upper class to the crass to the fragile made of glass. Outside the box is a different anxiety. Stranger to life lived alien, anguish in aisles stocking up, saddled with the system in and out of box of victim. Flip a coin. Is the life we live just luck? I love the internal rhymes. I love this content. This was great. Thank you so much, Joanne, for submitting that. I enjoyed reading it very much. The next one I'm going to read is on the title prompt, The Hunted One. And it is The Hunted One by Shaun May. I am the hunted one. To hide inside, my mind abides the hunt that's just begun. An embryonic, stifled sonnet with muted soliloquy, my sickened self creeps just behind to drain the life from me, using fear to overwhelm, forever lurking at the helm, at my helm. I am the hunted one. To think in self avoids myself, the veiled threat's not gone. As ever sifting, shape-shifting monster from the id reveals to me the cruelest things I thought forever hid. Using whispers sharp as thorns, sheds of memories ripped and torn. I am the hunted one. I am the hunter. I am the hunt. I'm sorry I messed up there. I really enjoyed this one. I liked the internal thoughts. I liked the whole alliteration, the little changes, sifting to shifting. Sometimes hard to read, but it really engages the mind. Thank you, Shaun, for that. The next one I will be reading is on the Hunted One prompt, and it is titled Stalked by Dale Warren. Silently stalking through the misty streets, she feels the trembling of her knees and hears her pounding heartbeat. She dashes beneath the awning to avoid the watching eyes. Her fear isn't hidden by her disguise. Around each corner she must slip. She holds back the screams from her parched lips. Her pace has now become a hurried race. An eerie hush comes over the place. How had this begun? When did she become the hunted one? I liked the alliteration in this. I liked the ending, how you think that she's the one stalking and then it becomes her. Very creative and enjoyable. Thank you, Dale. The next one I'll be reading is The Hunted One by Josh West. Sitting here, tired to the core, but unable to sleep out of fear, a few hours of rest, afraid of more. In my darkest dreams lives a creature of lore. Every time I close my eyes, it creeps near. Residue of the nightly terror always flows, a being from the world next to this one. The insanity of it felt as my eyes closed. My mental frailty shown as its power grows, rising in power to block out my weakened sun. My dreaming eye sees it draped in shadows black, a figure watching me, slowly starting to stalk, intent on spreading like a virus through fear's attack, unraveling my being as reality's thread goes slack, revealing the future of a body outlined in chalk. Over time, the manifestation of my fear has grown, haunting the deepest sleep in every waking hour. In my dreams, my violent approaching death is shown, laying there broken and bloodied, identity unknown, a chilling scene of mayhem marked by a dying flower. New fears are spun in these times of nightmares, whispered words that my torment has just begun. One dream to the next, it follows as new panic flares. Like the condemned, I am led down the execution stair. In this realm of dreams, I am the hunted one. I personally don't suffer from nightmares or night terrors, but I can imagine how this is to not want to go to sleep because your mind will mess with you. It's a great submission, Josh. Thank you so much. Next one is on the title prompt, The Hunted One, by Jamie Santomasso. It's entitled The Hunted One. She surveyed the room, looking for her next prey. Ambrosia flowed through her, fueling her drive. She embodied Aphrodite, lust coursing through her veins. Her kill sat alone, unsuspecting as he sipped from his glass bottle. She sauntered to the bar and took her place at his side. With an intending gaze, they locked eyes. With a coquettish smile, she spoke, her voice laced with indulgence and suggestion. He sat, bewitched by her honey eyes, lost in the rivers of gold. She was a siren, her song entrapping him into a lust-fueled trance. As her fingertips grazed his hand, he felt a surge of electricity, carnal energy pulsating, a salacious awakening inside him. Hand in hand, they walked toward the door with resolve, the night beckoning them to indulge in their titillating desires. As he steered the vehicle to their destination, he observed her. Her crimson-adorned nails moved slowly to his thigh, exploring their environment. He accelerated as her hands grazed his groin, as if to whisper an invitation. They arrived at their endpoint and exited the vehicle. She followed him into his domicile. Anticipation laced with intensity colored his temper, his hands shaking with excitement. She led him to a softly lit bed chamber, hues of gold illuminating the satin of the bed. She seized him with her lips and met his tongue, the warmth awakening him erotically. They fell into the silk thread count, woven into each other. His hands explored her physique feverishly. He dove into her with uncensored concupiscence. His vehemence took her with force, her body constricted with rapture, waves of euphoria washing over. Her nails dug across him, leaving her climax tattooed on his skin. With a heavy gasp, he ascended. His awareness awakened, his limbs pulsating with energy. He erupted and his pneumo released. Suddenly calm overtook him. He felt peace, spent from the otherworldly encounter. They lay entangled, gasping for breath, her lips curved into a satisfied smile, her carnal appetite quenched, her conquest sighed with satisfaction drained. He reached for his venereal lover, aching for more. His hand met with an empty space, her body absent. He gazed to where her figure should lie. He was alone. He had fallen victim to corporal hoax, her essence a figment, her nightly hunt a success, her prey slain. I did learn a few new words in this and how to pronounce them. I liked the passion in this. I liked how he was the prey and she was like a goddess. It was a really good sexy story. Really loved it, Jamie. Thank you. The next one I will be reading is on the Gaze to the Infinite title prompt. And this is entitled Gaze to the Infinite by Shaun May. Standing on the precipice, feeling that urge, builds in a surge as I gaze to the infinite, my stop-go instincts merge. Standing on the precipice, wanting that fear of the depth ever near, as I gaze to the infinite, makes the ebb-flow instincts rear. Standing on the precipice, needing you more than ever before, as I gaze to the infinite, you kept my love-hate instincts pure. But where were you as I stood on the precipice, then fell into the infinite? Will you stand on the precipice, gaze into my infinite, gaze to my infinite, I wonder? I'm sorry I messed it up. I practiced this one and I really love how it flows. There's like 5 lines as I gaze to the infinite, and each line has the stop, go, ebb, flow, love, hate. It has a very nice sound to it. It's almost like a song going through your head if you hear this over and over. It was a really enjoyable read. Thank you, Shaun, for submitting that one. Okay, let's have fun. Remote Controlled Love by Joyce West. Sit legs splayed, hot and sweaty, teeth biting lower lip, eyes darkened with lust. And now press the button to start the ritual dance of sexual fulfillment for every lubricious desire. The remote's programmed for maximum fulfillment. Press combinations with simultaneous actions to gain an instant response of a spontaneous position unique to the programming. Extra add-ons come at a cost. Are they affordable or needed? Unless you've exhausted the maximum potential of what you can achieve. Perhaps a monthly plan, the better, surer option. Or is love an abstract, unobtainable by remote selection? I enjoyed this. It got me laughing. The beginning's so hot and sexy. And then, yeah, the remote controlled love. It's a good one, Joyce. Thank you. The next one I'm going to read is entitled A Remote Love by Wayne Stubbs. Sunday evening, winding down, getting ready for the working week. Monday feeling, dressing gown. I can't go up to bed and fall asleep. I stare at a blank TV in the corner of the room, but it's you I see on the screen. The life we lived, the places we've seen, our children reached their dreams. Sunday evening, the night is closing in. All I have now is memories of your voice. Monday feeling my mind's not ready to begin. What the hell, what's the point? I look at the remote, expecting you to say, "How then, woman, what shall we watch?" Instead, while I laugh, watching Coronation Street, to see your grumpy face is all I want. When I open the TV Times, the corners are not folded up. I don't know what programs I like. I've just had enough. You used to circle my favorites with your blue betting pen. I don't even know when to make a cuppa in case I miss the end. I remember the day you tried to teach me how to record. You said, "I know I'm wasting my breath. You look so bored." I wish I had listened to every word now, even the little things I remember. It's not just a TV. It's the moments we laughed, loved, and cried together. Sunday evening, older feelings. It's time for our favorite gardening show. How we'd love to see all the flowers grow. There on the arm lays the remote control, an empty chair with no hand to hold. I just miss you. XX. That got me down in the feels. I know in my relationships, what you watch on TV together is a bonding, and to see that every day is a reminder, and I feel that here, being reminded every day. Thank you, Wayne, for submitting that. The next one on the remote controlled prompt is entitled Technology Over Latex by Dale Warren. It was a passive love, a love beyond the blow-up dolls. He had no worries about air leaks and patches, for this love was founded upon buttons and gadgets. It was a love of technology, a love flashing in electricity, not created around elasticity. A kiss could lead to a shocking attraction, unlike the latex allergic reaction. His new love was beyond his control. No more lingering around a replaceable hole. Now the remote is in the hands of another, so he has given his doll to his little brother. I really loved this, Dale. Yeah, the whole thing was fun to read. The technology, electricity, elasticity, just those very similar words. I love reading those. And then the end. It's brilliant. Thank you very much. Okay, the next one I'm going to be reading on the remote controlled love prompt is entitled Remote Controlled Love by Shaun May. Your tendons are cables, your vessels are tubes. You buzz with the charge of high voltage in you. Your skin is a plasma I cannot describe. Are you living or circuits I've yet to decide? The carbonized silicone strands of your hair, frames of flawless beauty that time will not wear. You can touch like a feather or crush like a machine. Are you sexually wanton, mechanically obscene? I dare me, you scare me. Though I hold your control, you move when I tell you, you do what you're told. Your smell is of plastic, of metal and wires. Devoted, I love you with my android desires. I press your remote to start your love program. Your photoreceptors now see all that I am. My crude metal frame at last feels alive. I'm just an old MK1. You're a brand new MK5. This was a good one too. I loved the more humorous poems on the prompts. They were really fun to read. Thank you so much for that one too. And the last one I'm going to be reading is one on the heartbreak prompt. And it is entitled, With the Rejection of Flowers He is Left Heartbroken by Shaun May. Oh, sweet blood rose nestled where black thorns protrude. Lost love turns to ash in its own solitude. With a rhapsody of floral delight, unshamedly splendorous color so bright, a scented pheromonic harmony, a scented pheromonic harmony presented to capture lovers' naivety, complexed and twisted, entwining with lust. Actually, I think I'm just going to start this one over. Sorry, I can't do the whole video over, but I will start this one over. With the rejections of flowers he is left heartbroken by Shaun May. Oh, sweet blood, rose nestled, where black thorns protrude. Lost love turns to ash in its own solitude, with a rhapsody of floral delight, unashamedly splendorous color so bright, a scented pheromonic harmony presented to capture love's naivety, complex and twisted, entwining with lust, unbiased the need for a reason to trust, beguiled with passion, learnt only this way, the bittersweet taste as it's fading away, the given not taken, and not a word spoken. Dejected, rejected, this soul is heartbroken. This was a really beautiful piece, and I just feel like I butchered it. I'm so sorry, Shaun, but yeah, I had some problems with pronunciation, and I did research the pronunciation of all three of these words, and I messed them up. But the piece itself is beautiful. I can see the rose. I can see, you know, I loved the word choices, honestly. I mean, it was complex and yet simple and beautiful and sad. That is all I have for this video. Be looking for the next prompt. I believe it will be our 1-year anniversary reading with Lucy Sargent. So look out for that. And I hope you all have a great one.